channel 4 years ago, you know your girl was doing terrible with the makeup, but I was confident though, so no one can judge me. We all progress, and this is my progress makeup. And I think I have mastered a couple of tricks under my sleeves, so let's go with this one. To achieve my simple flawless base, I try to use the concealer first, and I make sure I do not overdo it so I do not make my face cakey, and I put it at points I want to conceal. So sometimes can't quite hear me. I even get shot. Do you know why? I'm so pretty. Do you know that? Are you aware? Good. To get my nose snatched up, I do not contour my nose from the top to the down. I make sure I do it from the bridge of my nose to the corner of my eyebrow. And I put a little bit at the tip of my nose to give me that effect, that snatched look. I already have a very high cheekbone and my face is well defined, so I do not put a lot of contour. I just put a little bit just so I can enhance my facial features. Now, one trick I have learned is I do not put foundation all over my face. I just put foundation on the part of my face that I did not use any contour or any concealer, just so when I blend I get that seamless look. I also make sure I put foundation underneath my neck and around my jawline, just so I can have my neck matching with my face. I go in with my brush to blend my concealer. I would never advise you to just go in with a beauty blender. When you use the brush, you're able to evenly distribute all the products where they are supposed to be, and you're able to blend it very well and make it look very seamless and flawless. The reason why I use a brush is because it keeps the product on your face, but when you use a beauty blender, it ends up taking half of the product off your face. Now your makeup is going to look very terrible when you have less product, and you have to keep adding more and more. It's going to look very, very patchy. My face card is too little. I'm just scared. Nose bridge, I do not advise for you to put too much concealer there, otherwise it's going to become too light. Just dab a little and it's going to cause that effect you need. Now I blend my nose contour from the bridge to the corner of my eye, just so I can get that snatched effect. Remember, we are looking for the snatch effect, so you don't do it from the top to the down, you do it from the down to the top. We want to give the illusion that your nose is just straight out of the rhinoplasty surgery's office, so you just have to do the tip of your nose. Now I go in with my contour. Like I said, I already have a very structured face. My jawline is like very structured, my cheekbones are high, so I don't do too much contour. I just put a little bit just to give it that depth and then that illusion. I always say illusion because makeup is an illusion. Personally, I like a bright under eye, so I go in again with a concealer that is 2 shades lighter than my personal concealer, just to give it that bright under eye. I just want to look like I am awake. I make sure I blend it to give the nose that illusion, that effect that makes it very slimmer. With that technique, the nose looks a little bit small, it looks thinner, it looks very rhinoplastic. It looks fake. This part I like to use the sponge to make sure it's smoothing. I do not press it out. It's just small dabs, little dabs that makes it very smooth. Setting my concealer, I like to use this brush. Pardon me because the brush broke, but I like to use this brush so that I'll be able to put the powder at the corners I want it to be. Remember the technique, we want to make our nose look smaller, so when you are setting your face, you make it look very smaller. You set your face in a way that your nose will appear smaller. I'll advise you don't use too much powder, just a little bit, enough that your face and your under eye doesn't crease, because when you overuse it and your concealer is not really well blended, your under eye is going to look very creased up and you're going to have a lot of lines underneath it. This is a beginner level makeup, so please pay close attention to it. And don't forget to set your smile lines, because you'll be smiling a lot and you don't want the smile lines creasing, and when you stop smiling there's a lot of lines on your face. Naturally everyone has smile lines, but when you have makeup it accentuates it more. Is that the right word? I think I said it. I go in with my finishing powder to dust off the excess setting powder on my face so I can get that smooth finish, that flawless look. I love to use pink blush, but here's the thing, some of you have blush blindness, so you need to blush responsibly, like the way I am blushing responsibly. Do not overdo it, looking all pinkish on your cheek. I don't want you walking around like a geisha. For my waterline, I like to use the black shadow. I don't use pencil, nothing. I just go in with the black shadow so that it gives me that mysterious look. Then I put a little bit of shimmer eyeshadow in the corner of my eye, because this is a natural look I'm going for. Since it's a natural makeup, I'm not doing anything on my eyeshadow. I'm just using a little bit of gloss and mascara. I grew out of wearing lashes 2 years ago, so it's just mascara all the way. I have also grown out of drawing my eyebrow, so I just use a little bit of mascara. I don't know where I learned that from. Now see the finished look. Don't you see how flawless it looks? Don't you see how natural it looks? It doesn't look like we just collected a lot of products and pasted it on our face. Seeing this finished look and you still haven't subscribed, you're a monitoring spirit.